Today we're gonna talk about the space, important part of the every story. The space is the same space that is surrounding you, but perception of the space it's a little bit different because we have to take the 3D and put it into 2D and make it understandable for the people that they are reading the information that we are giving them. Let's say this. You wanna be in Miami, US, and you wanna have this adventure through your character. Okay, they are in Miami. What now? What is going now? What space they are living, what they are doing in this space, what are their surroundings. The place, it's not only the space of the book. The space of the book, it's where the character is moving and what spaces character is in. So, for example, we're going to use very simple mathematical geometrics. So you have 2 points. First point is A. This is home of the main character. Second point is B. It's a work of this character. So the character moved from A to B, and this is 2 spaces where the character lives. And the first thing that you think is like, oh, it's just a line and 2 points. Kinda, but it's not the line. You can, this type of space, you can describe it as a circle. So this is 1 point, A, and this is second point, B. And the character is going from A to B and from B to A. This is a loop. And when the character is in the loop, not much is happening. Going to work, going home. From home to work, from work to home. If something can happen either in home or work. So this is the basics. Now, if you put more points of the space, more spaces, the geometrical figure will change. So let's say A, it's a home, goes to B, it's work, goes to the shop, it's C, and from the shop to home, it's triangle. This is different type of spaces. You can describe it as a triangle, A, B, C. Now, you can add 1 more point. So A, home, B, work, C, shop, D, I don't know, coffee shop, maybe restaurant, and back to A, because usually the character will come back to home or any other places. So you have a square now, A, B, C, D, and come back to A. If you add more points, there are different geometrical shapes. And this is the spaces where the character lives. Because if you look on our lives, we also do it. We move through the space with a kind of geometrical figure pattern. You go from work to home, from home to visit friends, maybe family, and so on, so on. But it usually is a pattern. The same pattern is in the stories. Is it a book, game, movie? It's the same pattern. In movies, you can see that they are using the same space because it's sometimes even cheaper for the production. A lot of scenes are happening inside of the building, inside of the specific area, for example, work area, because if you put one-time soundstage with this particular objects and setup, it's cheaper to film there than to go outside, for example, and get all the permissions and safety and everything. So this is the thing that in the books, you don't have this border of, for example, money. You can move your character wherever you want. When you build a game, it's for example, oh, if we want to put another world, it's gonna be a lot of work, a lot of money. Okay, do we need it? Do we want this? Is it gonna be better for the overall effect? It's important. It's calculation. In books, in the beginning, when you are writing, you have no borders. Sky is the limit. And not even, because you can go to the universe and explore unknown. Even if it's bullshit, it can be explored. Bologna. It's just Bologna. Yeah. They did it in a Star Trek movie series, TV series, and now those things are realistic. And the writers just did Bologna. Yeah, they are talking to the square something, and they are communicating. Now we have phones. So your imagination will take you through it. The important thing is about the space that you are realizing, and more or less you are aware of the spaces that your character is moving. And when your plot is starting to be boring, that means that your space should move, because it's enough of this space. You spend enough time in your home and work. Now it's time for a side quest of C to the shop, coffee shop, restaurant, I don't know, Eiffel Tower, wherever your C point's gonna be. It's time for a side quest and to add another point to your space. So it's not a loop, A, B, A, B, B, A. It's gonna be boring very quickly. It's time for a C, A, B, C, and back to A. And then it's a little bit more interesting. And this is how you create the space in books, movies, games. This is part of the storytelling. See you next time.